Hey everybody, thank you so much for coming to my channel, D versus Debt. This is D. It's Freebie Friday, so I'm going to be sharing 6 different printables that I found that will hopefully be helping some of you who are starting on your debt-free journey or are in the middle of it. This ties into the hashtag ODBJ, our different budgeting journeys that I've been watching. And so it inspired me to go out and find these and share them with you. I'm also going to be talking about my September money moves. So there are quite a bit of them to go over. At the end of September, I received my biggest YouTube paycheck yet. It was $150. And so what I did is I split it 4 ways in equal parts. So $37.50 went to taxes because I will be having to pay taxes on my YouTube paychecks at the end of the year. The other quarter went into my Roth IRA because I'm trying really hard to get that fully funded before the year is over. The other quarter went over to my debt, so that is my one remaining debt, which is my mortgage. So you'll see me applying it towards my principal. And then the last quarter of it, basically I indulged in myself for all the work that went into getting paid for the month. So I did purchase the cutest post-it notes that Celissa at Beautifully Me and You has just listed in her shop. So it's the ones that you basically peel and stick and take over to the bank teller with your denominations. It's just adorable. So I can't wait to get those. The other part went, because I'm a huge stationery nerd, I bought another set of these. So right now I have the set of 4 that I use for my budgeting and things like that. And then this one I couldn't wait to get. So these are highlighter colored dot markers. They are pricey. It was like 15 bucks for these, which is absolutely ridiculous, but I figured it was kind of like a gift to myself. So I'm actually going to be using these for bullet journaling. I'm totally into that now for my teacher planner at school. So I can't wait to make all these dots, which are basically just for checklists. I just dot down the line and mark things off as I do them at school. So excited for these. September was an amazing month, so I'll be showing screenshots of that for making progress towards my debt. Huge help from you all. So I was able to put $285, which is a full mortgage payment, just in D-bucks that I've been collecting with the help of you all. So those are dollar bills that happen to have the letter D in the circle, just like this one here. So you'll see when you start hunting for these letters, it's so much fun. There's letters between A through L. And so I happen to collect D for debt. So that made one whole payment towards my mortgage in the month of September, just in D-bucks, which is so amazing. So thank you so very much. Also, thank you so very much to all of you that watch my commercials. That's how I get my YouTube paycheck. So every commercial you watch is basically a penny that I get paid. This again was my biggest one. And for next month, because they pay a month behind. So I already know how much I'm going to be paid for October. And that's my lowest month yet, but it's because I was out with the C word for a couple weeks, didn't really film very many videos that month. And so that's why my paycheck basically tanked. But thank you so much. Because of this, I was able to make a whole mortgage payment. The next part, however, was a big oopsie. Again, I'll blame it on the C word. I accidentally put another $285 towards my principal, thinking it was my monthly mortgage payment. So because of that, and with my $37.50 from my YouTube paycheck chunk, the quarter of the paycheck, I put a whopping $607.50 towards my debt in the month of September. Whew, I don't think I'll be able to hit that giant of a number again for a very long time. So normally I trend about $50 a month. So this is outrageous. So this was a huge oops, but a happy oops, because I was able to have that extra money to throw at it. So I'm very happy with how it worked out. Also very happy with my CashApp referrals. I got 2 referrals for the month. So to Hector Faccio, I believe is how you say that, and Nat Ibarra, thank you so very much. So the way the CashApp referrals work is there's a link in my description box under my videos. If you click into it, sign up using my referral code, and then spend $5 or more in the first 2 weeks of activating that account, then I get $15 and you get your $5 back, which is so awesome. And so this is the most I've ever had in referrals in 1 month. So 2 referrals, holy smokes, in 1 month. So any money that makes its way into my CashApp account, I invest. So you're going to be watching me invest those $30. Also for this month, I got $6 basically because it's 2,000 points per referral for people that used my Fetch referral code in my description box. So they signed up for Fetch, and then when they scanned their first receipt, they got $2 credit, which is 2,000 points, and then I also got 2,000 points as well. So you can cash in your points starting at $3. For me, I always cash it in at $5. 99% of the time it's for an Amazon gift card, so I can buy something fun like those dot pens and things like that, or things for my channel. And sometimes I use it for a Dunkin' card for myself. So this month I had Fetch bonus referrals from Jordan Nichols, Norma Boynes, and Janet Matz Rains. So thank you everybody for using my Fetch reward points, and I hope you're racking up those points with your receipts and getting all kinds of free gift cards for awesome stuff. I also got $28 from Cruz at For the Creator. So I have on her site a little shop with my printables, with a tip jar, all of that. So for the month of September, I got $28 worth of sales on the For the Creator site, and so you'll see me invest that money. I also earned $8.50 in dividends in my CashApp account, so you're about to see that breakdown as well as see me invest it. And then at the close of September, I've been really aggressive with my Roth IRA in the last couple of months. And so my new current balance is $3,766. So let me go ahead first, before I show you my dividends, and color in that tracker, because I hadn't been able to film Money Moves videos between school, kicking my hiney, and then the C word, kicking my hiney. I haven't been able to film this type of video, but I have been quietly chipping away at it. So with a $3,766 puts me down here. So I have been putting money every single paycheck. Consistency is key for everything, whether it comes to paying off debt, to putting money into savings, in this case to building up my Roth IRA, to making videos on YouTube. Just, you know, as long as you stick with it and you're consistent, it pays off. And so in this case, as you can see, I made huge progress. Even though I wasn't filming my progress, I kept sticking to it. And as you can see, it literally paid off. I'm more than halfway done with the chart now. And this is going to be hard to see. Put it this way, 37. It's actually 37.50, but you get the point. So very exciting. And I am so determined to max this out before 2022 is over, because technically I can keep going until April of 2023. When your taxes are due, that's when you can keep contributing to the year prior, but the amount that you're allowed to invest in your Roth IRA for 2023 is going up to $6,500. So I don't want to be running behind on the previous year and then have extra money, you know, to try to catch up on for that year. It's just too complicated. So I'm really hoping and really determined to max this out by the end of December this year. All right, so my dividends. So for this month, we're going in backwards order. This is a list of dividends. This is a real estate investment trust that pays every month. So I got 29 cents from them. McDonald's paid me a 66-cent dividend. Pembina Pipeline, 21 cents. O Realty Income, another REIT, is $3.73. They're another monthly payer. AG&C is also another monthly REIT. That's 27 cents that they paid. Lumen, which is basically the company that owns my internet provider, is 51 cents. I do have money invested in bonds, so a Vanguard total bond, that's 10 cents this month. Walmart paid me a dividend of 57 cents. This is the water company that I chose to invest in, so I've actually fallen really far behind on that one. I realize now I should put more money into it. This is why I have this tiny little dividend of 3 cents every 3 months. Valero, which is a company I chose to invest in when I filled my gas tank, they paid a dividend of $1.21. And then Pinnacle West, which is the company that owns my electric company that I pay, every month for my electric bill, they paid me a dividend of 92 cents. So all together, these dividends actually ended up adding up to a total of $8.50. So this is the money then that I'll be investing, because I take this money and reinvest. So I'll be investing $37.50 from my YouTube paycheck. I'll be investing $30 in CashApp referrals. I'll be investing $28 from my For the Creator printable sales plus tip jar, and $8.50 from my dividends that you see here. So let's go ahead and fire up CashApp and get that money invested. So here's my usual disclaimer that I do before I invest. I am not a financial advisor. You're just watching me for entertainment purposes. I am new to investing. I've only been doing it for 1 little year. And so I'm really just trying to figure out how things work. And you're here to watch me do that. So I hope you enjoy. So here we are in Cash App. So the very first thing I'm going to be doing is investing in Bank of America. I'm trying to build up my shares and how much I have in them, because I'm hoping when I'm an old retired lady to have them be paying me a pretty chunk of money. They made a lot of money off of me when I had my mortgage through them, and so now I'm trying to make money off of them. So I am going to go ahead and buy a full share with these $37. So a full share is actually less than $37.50, but this money will buy me a full share and then some, which is exciting because I'm trying to build up how many I own. The next one, so the money from the $37.50 was from my YouTube paycheck. Now I'm going to buy Freeport McMoran. So I live in a teeny tiny little mining town, and basically this mining company owns the town. So I like the idea of owning a share in them, because then I get to own someone who owns the town. So the share price is $29.20. So with the $30 from my Cash App referrals, I'm going to be able to buy a full share, and that's very exciting stuff. So here comes the purchase. I'm going to put in $30, and now I'm officially a share owner in the company that owns my tiny little town. Super exciting stuff. All right, the next one is a company that I heard about from Celissa at the Mommy Trader. She had talked about this company that owns all these brands that I use as a teacher. So Rubbermaid, Sharpie, ball jars, all kinds of things that I use, highlighters, and they're only $13.94 a share. So I thought, oh my gosh, I need this. And they pay a huge dividend, 6.41%. So with the $28 that I have, I'm going to be able to buy 2 full shares, which is super duper exciting, because again, I use these products all the time. So why not make money off of the company that I keep giving my money to use their products? So interesting little circle of life there. The last thing I'll be doing then is I'm going to be reinvesting the $8.50 in dividends. So again, I'm trying to build up my shares, and I've chosen to put those into JP Morgan Chase. They're the company that owns a credit card and made a lot of money off of me when I was in huge credit card debt. Again, hundreds of dollars a month that I was paying in interest alone when I was in a lot of debt. So now I like the idea of them paying money to me now that I've cleaned up my debt and never plan to get into it again, fingers crossed. So now I like the idea of just receiving dividend payments from them. So those are my purchases. So the last money moves I wanted to show, this is as a result of Renee from Reinventing Renee being so sweet. And last month she surprised me by doing a printable sale on her Etsy shop. And she transferred all the money from those sales over to me. And that was to help out with my dog Peaches, who is just racking up medical expenses like crazy. So it's something that I was not expecting at all. And I was so touched that she did something so sweet for my sweet little doggy. So I had to stay away. I'm basically at the vets like every week, but I had to stay away for a couple of weeks because of the C word. So when I was finally cleared, to go back and be around people without having to worry about infecting them, I went and got refills. She is on 4 meds. 3 of them are here. She's on prescription food, which is here. And this one was a little out of the ordinary. Both of them were overdue for, both my dog and my cat were overdue for their flea treatment. So as you can see, first of all, her aluminum hydroxide powder, this is what gets mixed into her food to help her little body digest it better because she has renal disease. And so this makes it easier on her kidneys to process the food. So that was $45.40. She is on 2 different blood pressure medications, amlodipine and benazepril. So the amlodipine is $19.65 per month. The benazepril is $20.30 per month. Again, the flea treatment kind of really bumped up the total for this visit for both Peaches and for Loki, my cat. And then she is on prescription food from Hill Science Diet for, again, her kidneys to be able to process food easier without damaging them as much. However, they only had 9 cans. The staff at the vet's office actually told me they're having a lot of trouble getting the food and that I should start ordering it, from Chewy's or some other avenue. So 9 cans came out to a total of $37.53. So I think I'm actually going to start ordering them from Amazon just so I can kind of stack up Amazon reward points from them. So between the stuff for Peaches as well as the flea treatment for my cat, Loki, this particular visit to the vet was $245.36. So in addition to this, she usually has to go in and get her blood pressure taken, and that's about $65 a pop per visit. And then every time she goes for blood work, it's a ton of money. I mean, it's just crazy how quickly all those expenses add up. So thank you so very much to Renee for doing this fundraiser. And thank you so very much to everybody who participated. Peaches sends you lots and lots of hugs and kisses. They are very stinky kisses because she does have some pretty serious breath. But you have no idea how much it means. And this was such a huge help. So you all are amazing. And Renee, even though you like to pretend you have a cold black heart, your heart is adorably squishy, soft, and very pink. So for the freebies that I found today, I wanted to give a huge shout out to Budgeting April. She has started a couple of really cool series. So the one right now that is in full effect is the hashtag ODBJ, our different budgeting journeys. There are a couple dozen channels that are participating, and basically this is a 5-week series. So each week it's a different question that they're talking about. This week, they're talking about the how. So if you look up that hashtag on YouTube, when you do a YouTube search, you'll see the videos pop up, and it's people talking about how they do their budgeting, how they got started on their budgeting journey. I was so excited that so many people have been mentioning Dave Ramsey because that was what I used at the beginning of my journey to get out of my mess. I was in a huge mess. So after I had gotten divorced, I was in so much financial trouble. Never thought I'd be able to get myself out of it. And I ended up following Dave Ramsey's steps, even though he is scary and rude and I don't agree with a lot of what he says. He was exactly what I needed. It was like the drill sergeant, tough love approach that helped me clean up the mess I'd gotten myself into. So because of that, I was able to turn my money situation around. But he's not for everybody, which is why I wanted to share these printables, because these are created by his daughter, Rachel Cruz. So if you don't know about her, she has a kinder, gentler approach, and she also does things like, cooking and crafting and other things like that. So you might be more into her versus his style, which is very in your face, very blunt, very rude. She also has a wallet just for cash envelopes. So the wallet has like all these different compartments where you can put your cash into it for your different categories. But basically her plan is the same as her dad's. So there is a debt snowball plan, which you follow to attack your debts. And so this first printable lays that out for you for how it works. Again, for me, it worked brilliantly. I honestly thought I was never going to be able to get rid of all my credit card debts, my car payment, just everything that I had gotten myself into a bind with, but it did work. Another of the baby steps that they recommend is to start a $1,000 emergency fund. At the time when I was drowning in debt, it might as well have been $1 million instead of $1,000, because I thought to myself, there's no way I'll ever be able to save up $1,000. This is an embarrassing confession. I never had a savings account until I was very, very old. In fact, when I went to open up my savings account, one of my students, because I teach at a community college, was the teller. And so I had to tell him, this is embarrassing, but I'm about to open up my very first savings account. I've never had one. I don't know how it works. Can you walk me through it? And so because of that, I was able to save up my $1,000 emergency fund. This is to help get you out of a pickle in case you are having an emergency. You have this money to be able to cover it instead of having to rely on credit cards and getting into more debt when it comes to that. So her version of it is really cute, as you can see. Then when you tackle your credit cards, you can use this printable. You divide your total amount that is due on that card by 20, because there are 20 little slots here. Let's say it's $100 per slot. So when you make a $100 payment, you color it in and keep coloring until you've paid that card off. For me, I was literally paying hundreds of dollars a month in interest alone. It got to a point where I didn't even want to open up my credit card bills because the amount would always go up, not down, because of that interest, just constantly adding more and more to how much I owed. So when I finally paid off my credit cards, that was an amazing moment, huge peace of mind. Same thing when I finally paid my car off, it opened up so much more money every month, not having a car payment, to be able to put to other things like how I do now, savings challenges, investing, things like that. So this will help you figure out how to attack that particular debt. And for some of you, even with loan forgiveness, student loan forgiveness, you might still have some left. So for a lot of people, student loans are a huge source of debt as well as a huge source of stress. So this will help you with that. And then after you're consumer debt free, you've got your cards paid off, you've got your car paid off, things like that. Then it's time to build up a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. And that basically is 3 to 6 months of expenses, what they call the 4 walls. So like your mortgage, your light, your water. If something horrible were to happen and you lost your job or you didn't have money coming in, you could tap into this emergency fund to cover those expenses. So if you are in a horrible situation, things like your monthly Netflix bill, Amazon Prime, things like that that are more luxuries than necessities would have to get cut. So again, these jars would represent your essentials, your rent, your water, your light, your groceries, things like that that you can't live without should you have to go without money for 3 to 6 months. So hope these printables help. Again, they're free. They're linked in the description box down below. And they are created by Cruz. So if she's somebody that you'd like to look more into, again, she is someone that could help you with your debt-free journey or your budgeting journey. So thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, because we are looking at these little jars for the emergency savings, if you have the jar emoji on your phone, go ahead and leave it in the comments down below. It took me a while to find that, and I was very excited when I did. So I appreciate you being here, and I will see you Sunday for my savings challenges. Have a great day.